We're going to begin with setting up your mat right against the wall. You find a wall at home anywhere that you can kick up and not have anything else in the way. But it's very important also to, and I'm very sincere about having a blanket for your knees. So we never put your knees at risk or pressure on the knees. So Kyle is resting in child's pose here, and now he's going to go ahead and bring himself up and plant his hands in just the right position. So if you come up on your hands and knees, Kyle, go ahead and you'll notice this distance. His feet are on the wall with his ankles and knees together. So you can see the hips are over the knees, the hands are under the armpits. But I see right now his back is rounded, so he's going to really work at bringing his chest through and then relaxing the head. So there's this wonderful releasing, so he's engaged his pectoral muscles, which is very helpful. He's going to use his breath to lift his hips way up on as high as he can, and rock his armpits back towards the wall. Not the head, but the armpits. So he's shaking his head, releasing his neck. He's going to take one step as high as his hip. That's right, a little bit higher in a moment. Now that's perfect. Now straighten those legs more than ever and bring the legs together. And that makes a difference. So he's really working at engaging his core, straightening his legs, shaking his head, and then he's going to lift one leg straight, really lengthening up. So there's no bent knee, unless he wants to. He could bend his knee for a moment and stretch his quad. Ooh, is that working? Yes. Then stretch way up and change sides, but straighten that leg, straighten both legs, yes. So both legs have to be really strong and straight. If he wants to go a little further, he can go on the ball of his foot and then back. Ball of the foot and back. And then very high and bring this leg all the way to the floor, all the way to the floor. And stepping down. And so happy to release. Crawl a little bit away from the wall so you really are comfortable. You're on the blanket, your head relaxes, and you relax and you just notice all of the things that went on in your mind about whether you could do it or not, whether it felt freeing. And so you really practice. Each time you go up, it gets a little bit easier, a little more familiar. You don't stay long to begin. You could have stayed much less than we were up this time. You could just go up part way. Don't lift your leg up. It depends on the day. You listen to your own body about, can I go a little deeper today, or am I still just honoring exactly where my heart and soul wants to be? That's what you're practicing. You're listening and hearing the communication from inside about what's best for you today. But this lengthening your head out of your shoulders, that heavy old head, blessings are there. So many people can do this in your own home. So Megan's going to slowly round up and roll through to cat stretch and bring your ankles and knees together, and then walk those feet right back to the wall. Yes, so he's lifting up, she's breathing. She didn't have to change into fancy yoga clothes. She can use whatever you have on is fine. If you can't do it in your regular clothes, you don't need to use those kind of clothes. Get rid of them. Then go ahead and step up and breathe. That's beautiful. So she's really lifting, and see this wonderful. So with time, Megan's going to bring her hands further back towards the wall. But right now, she can go balls of the feet and the heels back and forth. Yes, and keep breathing. Now see that length? She's really working at keeping her hips square, and she can take this leg way back, and then you can take that other leg to the wall. That's nice. Now practice putting the heel on the well as well, so you feel the difference. That's right there, opening, squaring the hips again. Now Megan is very flexible, so she has to engage even more muscles than those of us who are tight. So that's beautiful. And step all the way down and feel the quality let go. The quality let go. And then if you have a yoga date, they can give you a nice massage. Yoga dates are wonderful, low-cal and inexpensive, but many rewards. This is called step-up pose. It's not kick yourself up necessarily, and it has to start with what I call donkey pose, where you just keep trying and trying, then one day you get to the wall and you walk your heels up as high as you can on the wall. But I'm going to demonstrate it really close to the wall, but then I'm going to show you how with time you can come out a little bit. Many, many rewards. you just can't even begin to imagine how rewarding it is until you've done it a few times. But you start close to the wall. This is the beginning. You got to go here. Uh-oh, I'm not getting there. Uh-oh, not getting there. Okay, that's okay. Try it again another day. Then you go up. Oops, almost. And then one day you get to go all the way up. And as soon as you get to the wall, you tuck the heels higher. You glue one leg and you come down and you rest. But then, with time, you do it a little further away from the wall. It's really quite fun. And so then you go up and you go to the wall, and then you take one leg of the wall and you take the other leg. And it's very nice. And you rest again.